Welcome! Hey everybody. Still getting the hang of this. Welcome to Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. No, your eyes aren't fuzzy. This is not Kenan. This is Scott Ambrosi. Filling in while Kenan's away. Happy to help my friend Chris out today. We've been working hard on his book, Things the Dead Fear, turning it into a script. Things are going splendidly. But he wanted me to give an intro today. So my intro today was, I thought I would share with you my tips and tricks on how to survive life on this planet. My number one is to breathe, smile, and realize. It's a really simple thing, regardless of whatever situation you're in. I always try to revert back to breathing, smiling, and realizing. Because number one, most important thing you do, whatever happens, life happens, you can't stop it from happening. But what you can do is change how you respond to it. And rather than letting your emotions take over, you address it in a different way. So for me, I breathe, smile, and realize. Breathing is the number one. As long as I have oxygen going to my brain, I'm not holding my breath. Everything's free and clear. I have the ability to make a proper decision, or I can respond in the best possible way. The second is to smile. My thinking is that life is a mirror, and if I put a smile out there, I'm going to get a smile back. I might not be able to control what's happening or the scenario, but what I can do is choose how I conduct myself. And putting a smile out there is much better than, you get back what you receive, or you receive what you get back, or you give out. So breathing and smiling are number one and number two. The most important is to realize. And the realization is that everything else is just distraction keeping you from breathing and smiling. So for me, when I decide what I want, and decide what I have to do to get what I want, it just helps me recognize what are distractions and what aren't, and helps me prioritize. So that's how I get through my difficult days or moments. Just remember, take a nice big deep breath, make sure you're breathing, nice big smile, put the good vibrations out, and then realize that everything else is just a distraction keeping you from breathing and smiling. So that's my little tip today. I'm going to hand it off to Chris, Mr. Christopher LaPrath, and I hope you have all a great reading tonight. Okay, nice meeting you all.
Oh my gosh! Thanks so much, Scott, for doing that. I was really excited for you all to get to at least meet him on the show, and he's an amazing guy. So thank you very much for doing that intro. Start the program. We light the incense, and great blessings to you to help you breathe, smile, and realize. I love that. We didn't actually communicate what we were going to talk about. I sometimes purposely do that, especially when Kenan comes up with what he wants to talk about. I didn't let Scott know really what I was talking about tonight, but it absolutely tied in, because the title of this program is Should I? And I want to talk about that word, because the word is very ambiguous. If you have a decision to make, do your best to be free of asking, should I? Ask, do I do this or do I do that? What should I do here? Never put, if you can avoid it, should in front of it. Now here's why. One of my favorite cultures on earth is the Hawaiian culture. And there's the teaching of Huna, H-U-N-A, is like their teaching of life. It's about how life works. And in their language, they have a word called ku, K-U, ku. And what that represents is memory and emotions. So Ku deals with memory and emotions. And Ku, memory, always moves toward pleasure and away from pain. Now, the most real memories are the ones that have the most emotions attached to them. So Ku is the subconscious body mind. If you want to remember this, Ku is the subconscious body and mind. And the subconscious body and mind does not do past, present, and future. It doesn't do it. It doesn't comprehend it. Everything is present. So it doesn't distinguish between past, present, and future. The present is always here. It's always right here, always right now. So whatever memories are the strongest, when you bring them up, they are affecting the body now. Okay? So a good memory is going to produce endorphins. It's a feel good, right? So good memories are going to bring up right now, because the memory is like it's happening right now. Whatever happened 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 10 years ago, it's happening right now. So when you bring up a good memory, sorry about that. Okay. Apologize, I'll turn my phone down. So Jared and the cat are on. They're traveling, but they can't type in.
Jared and Kat.
Jared and Kat. I just let Scott know that Jared and Kat are traveling. So they're on the show, so we'll pull a card for them. Anyway, so the present is always here, but whatever memories are the strongest are going to affect the body. So a good memory is going to produce endorphins, those good feelings. A bad memory is going to bring up toxins. So let me just illustrate this for a moment. We're going to bring up a bad memory, and then we're going to bring up a good memory. And notice how quickly you feel and how quickly the body can change when you bring up a good memory. So just take a moment, just as a practice, and just bring up a bad memory. And now I noticed when I brought up a bad memory, I even forgot to breathe. I was like holding my breath. And now bring up a really good memory, everyone. Bring up a really good memory. Okay? Yeah. Do you feel the difference? So notice the quick change that the body is able to do with just bringing up a good memory. Sometimes at night, I'll have a nightmare, and I have to wake up and go, whoa, 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 that was a nightmare, and then replace it with something good or fun, or just even watching a cartoon on TV or something funny, and that'll replace it, okay? But we get to choose our memories. We have the power to choose the memories. So that's what I wanted to bring up with you tonight and share that with you. Now, the group card tonight, thank you, Scott, is called Pleiadian Activation. The Pleiades are called the Seven Sisters. They're the set of stars that are closest to the Earth. This is resolution. Any of you that are facing questions, any of you that are going through transformation, any of you that are facing issues, this card, you've got resolution. You've got resolution on its way, working through things as they go, as you go. This is the resolution, because it's a message of assurance. So Marilyn Pitts, things are going to work out for you and Larry, right? Larry had gone through what he went through. Every one of you that are going through things is all about assurance, trusting, knowing. It's not just trusting, it's knowing, okay? That whatever uncomfortable energy that you're going through right now is going to be washed away after this show or during this show. Let it go. So even if you're challenged by loved ones, if you're going through anything or any anguish around loved ones, now's the time. Do it. Shift that dynamic around that relationship through love. Absolutely through love. And good memories. Bring up those good memories, right? Release those endorphins. Feel good. But it is happening. And it also helps to heal wounds from a higher state. That's what this card is. It's a beautiful card that this Pleiadian Council, these 7 sisters, and those beings that reside in that constellation or around that constellation are with us to help us and give us assurance that we're going to get through it. Any health things like Lana that you may be going through, assurance, getting absolute better, clearing any of those old energies. Okay, that's what it's all about. Okay, I think we have Lana's on first, right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, my dear cousin. Anywhere where, so you've heard that expression, 3 steps forward, 2 back. Are you willing to let go of any of that and just go, hey, 1 step forward? I made 1 step forward. There is no going back unless you allow it, or experiencing a setback. There's an opportunity. So if you're not feeling well one day, you're free of focusing on, I'm not feeling well. You focus on, this is an opportunity to rest. This is an opportunity to get back to not only where I was, but above that and beyond that. Because a lot of times when we get sick, it's actually just energy moving out. It's coming up, it needs to come up, and sometimes it's physiological, that it can actually affect us physically as it's moving out and letting go of what we no longer need. And then focusing on, again, when we have a new experience or we have a different experience of any kind, the mind wants to make it about something that happened or something similar to it in the past so it can attach it to it. No, that's what we were talking about, these memories and emotions that be free of attaching it to. That's why you don't use the word, should I do this, should I do that? No, it's what is the best interest for me right now? Because the word should makes it ambiguous and can confound the answer that you're looking for. When you ask directly, do I do this? What should I do? What is in my best and highest interest? That will give you a more clear, precise, direct answer rather than going into your memory files from 30, 40 years ago. So, what appears as a setback is not really a setback at all. Your setback could be, I lost the keys to my car. You could view that as a setback. Or you could go, you know what? I'm not supposed to leave right now. I believe that there are angels that specialize in hiding car keys. Because they know, right? They know. Trust the process. Just trust the process, my dear. It's going to, it's, there's a reason for everything. All right, who's next?
Hannah.
Hannah, okay. All right, my dear Hannah. Oh, the energy feels a little bit better today, girl. I'm liking it. Aspiration, Hannah. This is aspire. This is aspire. This is demanding it from the universe. And when the energy gets funky, I live in a condo, so I don't scream a lot. But I do have pillows. And I do scream into the pillow. And because I live in a complex, I actually don't go outside, because if I scream, somebody would call the cops. But what I scream is, only this occurs. And it changes the energy from a negative, down a negative path, into, no, this is what I demand. Give this to me now. And this is your aspiration. So if I said that a little loud, I apologize. But it is shouting. It is demanding. It is getting the energy, calling the energy in, and resetting your aspirations in no uncertain terms. And are you willing to let go of the good to get to the great? Let go of the good to get to the great. Okay. And Abby. Okay, Abby. And we got Abby and Marilyn together. So we always do Abby and Marilyn together. So in other decks, Abby, this is the Devil card. But I love this deck because this is the Devil's play. In no uncertain terms, Abby, and I'm talking to everybody on the show, your thoughts change you. Your thoughts change the people around you. Your thoughts change the world. So, any judgment, are you willing to let go of the need to prove anything to anyone? Okay, think about it, Abby, when you were a kid. And you got really, really tired of playing tag. And you really wanted to play Mother May I. Okay? Or Simon Says. Or you wanted to play anything else other than tag. A lot of people around us are wanting to continue to play tag. And we're like, no, I'm really done with this game. I'm really done with this game. But the game represents how people view the world, or how they have a... what's that state of vision where you only see... Edna would know. Edna's a nurse.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. Yeah, it's like you only see this much. Thank you, Scott. It's like that you don't have the whole... You don't have the whole picture. So every year in Arizona, they tell people that when it rains, there are roads here that go through washes, right? And they're paved roads, But you're told over and over and over and over and over again, don't drive on these roads. And there's warning signs. There's warning signs. If it's raining, don't go down into this gully. Because every year, inevitably, when the monsoons come and those roads flood, people are caught in them. They ignore the warnings. It's allowing people to get their own lesson. And you can tell people over and over and over again, and it can lead to frustration when they're not listening to you. So the point of this card is play more, Abby. Draw your energy back. You've told them, you've put the signs up. People that are going to drive through the wash are going to drive through the wash. There's nothing you can do about it. You've done your best. It's retracting your energy. What is good for Abby right now? What is good for Abby? Okay. And Maryland, right? Maryland. Okay. So Marilyn, the same thing with you. There are people that I know this can drive you crazy. And I think everyone on the show can relate to this. There are some people that like to stay in confusion. It is actually their identity. So anyone that's around you that seems to be constantly confused or constantly coming to you for clarification, for repeating of things that you've said over and over and over again to them, there's an insidiousness around it. They're asking the questions and seeming sincere, but there's an energy siphon that they're inserting and draining you of energy. Because they actually have learned to survive with confusion. They get something from it. So this is withdrawing your energy from people that again, it's very similar to Abby, that they're not listening to you. And I always tell during the reading, you know this, take this or leave this. Like this is completely up to you, right? But I do want to share this with you. I got a really interesting text today. This is from a reading I did about a year ago. And it was for this woman. She says, do you remember when you told me I was persecuted as a witch? No, I actually don't, but because it was a year ago almost. She goes, I found her. I was looking at my DNA matches and confirmations on Ancestry, and I had 20 pages of ancestors, and one caught my eye. This woman's name was called Abigail Blood, and a baby born in Massachusetts just after the Salem witch trials. I looked at her profile, noticed her mother is unlisted. So I went through Abigail's father to find her mother's information. Sarah Foster, killed by the French at 29 years old. I found that interesting. So I looked her up, I looked her bio up. She was accused of witchcraft during the Andover witch hysteria. Now, the information was really interesting. Abigail Blood is the daughter of Sarah Foster, who is the daughter of Anne. Anne is the falsely accused witch of Andover, who was jailed during the Salem witch trials and died. My family only lived 15 miles from this whole incident. and from the hysteria. And Anne would have been my 10th great grandmother. Now, the reason I tell you this story is this information this woman really took to heart, and she spent months digging up this information. Like she went to work, right? And so those are the people I love to work with. Those are the people that go, ooh, there's something to this. And I can feel it. And you know what? For me, I'd like to have some proof, which is fine. It's great. So, Marilyn, pull all your pearls back from the swine that you gave those pearls to and make an entire body outfit of pearls. Not just a pearl necklace. Okay, pull all that energy back. All right. Hope that helped. And then we have
Edna?
Edna. Awesome. Trust the magic, Edna, that's building and growing. I mean, look at you being able to get the house that you got and having the house built to your specifications in the most beautiful part of Washington, the woods by the lake, and just now compound that. How great it was to have that built. Now, there's something else coming. Trust the magic, okay? Trust the memories and avoid any thoughts but, oh yeah, but my mortgage, and oh, I have to drive so far, and any of the negativity. No. Focus on the blessings. Focus on the magic. That's where magic occurs. And it's just one spark, one combination of molecules that gather together this positive energy, positive thoughts, positive, and it takes focus. Okay? Because I've worked with people that go, well, yeah, I've tried that. It didn't work. Well, they've held it for all of 10 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer, okay? Hold this magic. Hold this thought. Hold this, and connect an emotion to it. Like how you felt. Do you remember how you felt when you first walked into the house or you first moved into the house and it was like, whoa, this is mine. And it's this beautiful kind of burnt orange color. It looks like a hobbit home. I mean, it's pure magic. This magic for you, and I'm blessing everybody with it, is bringing this magic to you, but holding the thought, holding the energy that brings in more. Okay? Okay. Now we have Kat and Jared. Okay. All right, Jared and Kat. We had an amazing conversation the other day, Jared, so So this is your grandmother coming through. I know you just attended her funeral, Jared. So I was raised in Montana, right, near the Rocky Mountains. Huge, huge mountains. You see these mountains in the background? Then I moved to New York. And if you've ever been to New York, like around, like the Finger Lakes or up in that area, upstate New York, people go, oh, let's go to the mountains. I'm like, what mountains? I didn't have because they were just hills to me. They didn't look like mountains. Mountains are, for me, Montana, Utah, Idaho, the big mountains. So your grandmother's coming through, going, Jared, look at the mountains, not the hills, not the molehills, and be free of, because you know what? None of these molehills matter that the family's creating. It doesn't matter. Be free of giving any energy to it. Because this is your grandmother going, look at the real mountains. Look at what really matters. Is the bigger, much bigger scope of life. And let all these molehills and all these little rolling hills go. If people want to call them mountains or huge obstacles, whatever. Okay? She got over the biggest mountain on this planet, which is life, and she was able to cross over this mountain. Look at what is important and be free of getting caught up in where people are trying to impress you or impress their agenda. Now, I know this says empress, like a queen, but what I get here is impress. Be free of people that are trying to impress you with titles or with entitlement. Be free. Pull your energy back from all that drama. Oy vey. Okay. All right, Kat. Kat, you probably could write a book from what you just experienced this last few days on Jared's family. And I don't mean to laugh because if my sister Diane is my sister Diane or Melinda's on the show or Edna's on the show, right? These are my relatives. So I can't talk, Jared. But this is understanding Jared more and this relationship even getting stronger, but also getting what it is you love. But you've been able to see this dynamic with his family in a way that you've really not seen it before. So it gives you a better understanding. It also helps you be able to clear the energy. So if an energy is not, if the kids track in mud, you're going to go clean it up. This is you were able to see a lot of energetic mud that people tracked in, their behaviors, their belief systems, and it gives you a better way of energetically cleaning your space, your house, and reminding Jared of where some of these belief systems have come from, and even helping him remove it. It's one of the benefits of having a partner is when your back itches, they scratch it. So this is your energetically being able to like scratch Jared's back in a way that you've seen things and have the dynamics of his family, which helps you clear that energy around that. Okay.
Just Thursday night.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to do the show Thursday night, by the way, before I forget. We can't do it Wednesday. Kennan's still out of town, and Scott has a prior engagement. So if it's okay with all of you, we can move it to Thursday. I want to mention that. Okay.
Laurel's next.
Who?
Laurel.
Hey, Laurel. Okay, Laurel. Anyway, Laurel, where you have believed that you have to work. Let me think. I'm going to think how to put this. Anywhere where you believe that you have to work to deserve something, are you willing to let go of that now and just deserve it? Just welcome the deserving of it. And then everything else becomes play. Everything else becomes joy. You deserve it. You is kind. You is smart. And you is important. Okay? Kind, smart, and important. This will help you get balance back in. There's a ring coming into your picture. There's a ring coming into your field. No, I mean like a ring, like a diamond. And anywhere where you've done the memory thing with, well, I had this relationship 2 years ago, I had this relationship 20 years ago, I had this, anywhere where you have attached any of that, leave it, and bring up the good memories. It's going to release the endorphins and bring this true love, like bring this really true love into your life. Actually, and that you deserve it. Demand it. Shout it out. Give it to me now. Give me the love. Give it to me. And any of you single ladies, the same thing. This is, give this to me. I deserve it. And how, there's something with Colorado. I think I'll have to call you on this one. But it's elevating your thoughts. So when you think about the mountains in Colorado, again, I'm getting mountains here, but this is different, a little bit different than Jared, but this is elevating your, okay. So remember years ago when you went to Colorado, I think it was Colorado, but anyway, when you were having trouble breathing because you're the elevation, you've been really working hard on improving your breathing. So it's like Scott brought up in the beginning of the show, right? Breathe, smile, and then receive. Realize. Breathe, smile, and realize. Breathe, smile, and realize. You've got the greatest smile on the planet. Breathe. And you were just talking about this yesterday. I love it. Bring it in. If that's what you want, bring it in. Be much more clear. Okay. Demand it. Was that everybody tonight?
No, we have Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell! Okay, the whole family's on tonight. It's my other niece up in Canada. So, Tinkerbell, say hello to Mindy and Edna. And is Diane on tonight? I don't think Diane's on.
Didn't see her.
Didn't see her.
Is next after her.
Okay.
Marilyn Gray Riley?
Oh, Marilyn's on?
I don't know if she's on. She just got maybe an instant message on Facebook. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So, um, so, so Tanya, um, excuse me. Okay, that was weird. Hold on. That's what I call an energy constriction. I apologize. So when this happens, it's something trying to constrict, not me not saying it. I apologize. So it's clear now. This is this is not your anger. This is anger you're picking up that's being projected at you to make it think it's your anger. Jealousy. Jealousy is really like a lot of self-anger that's being projected at you. Can you just simply return to sender? And are you willing to let go of any need to apologize for who you are, what you have, what you do, what you know? Are you willing to let go and just accept? So this is very similar to Laurel's about deserving, but it's also understanding that this is being projected at you. It's not yours. And anywhere where anyone has tried to make you guilty, return to sender. I highly recommend you return to sender. But I'll call you on this one too. All right, we have everybody. Melinda, Mindy. Yeah. Okay, here we go, Mindy. And if you are just joining the show, be sure to say hello in the chat. Be sure to say something in the chat, wherever you're at. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, let us know that you're here. I know Kat and Jared couldn't, but so they texted me because Kat and Jared are driving. So, Mindy, you've got two worlds. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, I love this card, the beauty of it, the whiteness of it, the blueness of it. So when I give a reading, it's like bridging two worlds. I know a lot of you have made me aware of that, about how it puts you in touch with energies or loved ones that have passed, whatever it is. This is you using you can use your art to do it. Pay attention to your dreams. You're traveling during your dreams. Keep a notebook to write your dreams down. So you're communicating with the other side, but you're also taking this information that you're learning to the other side when you're sleeping to help process it. And you've got beings on the other side that are in the other worlds that are helping you process that. So if you've been a little bit sleepy, take naps. Even if you even if you have, like tonight, you're up until midnight and you have to get up at 6, just tell your body, when I wake up, I'm going to feel like I've had 8 hours, 9 hours sleep. Tell your body that this is how you're going to feel. Okay? So this was Marilyn Pitts, or did I don't think I pulled one for Marilyn. Did I pull one for Marilyn Pitts?
Didn't you? Yeah, you already pulled one from her. No, you got I'm sorry, on Facebook you got a notification from somebody. They're not on the show.
Okay.
But Harlan did show up.
Harlan?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. So I hope that helps, Mindy. All right, Harlan, glad you showed up. All right. Thanks for being here. So, Harlan, there's what is called a collective fear. You've heard mob mentality, where fear can be transmuted. So this is very much like Tanya's card about anger, but this is the fear. So a person can be really afraid of snakes. Okay? We're good. Okay. A person can be really afraid of snakes, Harlan. But that doesn't mean you're afraid of snakes. So do you allow them to give you their fear so all of a sudden you're afraid of snakes? This is any fear that you've been taught of things you should be afraid of. Are you willing to let go of that now? And move with courage. Move with courage ahead. Getting out of your comfort zone of things you've told yourself you're not good at, because you actually are. You actually are. There's an artist side of you that in the next few months is going to be tapped into, for instance. And in any way, shape, or form where you tell yourself that you're not good at something, can you let that go for fear of failure? Because when you were small and you failed at something, there was that fear. And let go of that. I hope this makes sense. I don't know, did I pull a card for Marilyn Pitts? You know, I'm going to pull another one, Marilyn. I apologize. I thought I did, but let's pull another one. Okay, so this is perfect. New beginnings for you. Absolutely new beginnings. New start over. New way of looking at things. And then you've actually got two cards. You've got the preserver card because two cards fell out. You're there to take care of Larry, but also to preserve your own energy. So bring it back in. Do what's right for you first. And the Fool Child is the new beginnings. It's like a brand new start. It's like a fresh start. And it's almost like being in a whole new surrounding, Marilyn. So, the frequency of light, it can be really healing. So if you can open the windows more or get more light in, it's really good for you right now. Even for a few minutes, even if you open the curtains for a few minutes, even if it's hot out, be in the light more. And when you go out, I'm not asking you, don't look at the sun, but open your eyes up, because those photons, those light photons, will help affect the brain in a very positive way. And it will help Larry too. Okay. All right, who's next? Anybody? That's it? Do we have everybody?
Last chance. Anybody?
Last chance? Do I hear
Going once?
going once? Going twice? All right. Let's do this again. We're doing Thursday night. Okay, I apologize, but Thursday night will be tremendously helpful. And Laurel, if you love it, then you better put a ring on it. All right. Love you all. Have a great, great night. Again, thanks so much. Thanks to Scott Ambrosi for being here and helping me with the show. I couldn't have done it without him. He's an amazing person. I can't wait for you guys to see this movie. It's going to be good. All right. Love you all.